So in this video we will be talking about our app.js. So first of all we need to import our React, and since we are talking about our class component, so we need to write the component here, and all of them is importing from React. Okay, we have installed our React Router DOM, so we need to import route so that we can navigate in between different components. We need our browser router, and we will import it as router, and we need switch, and this is specific for this React Router DOM. And from React Router DOM, so this browser router is used for client-side routing with URLs. So all of the routes come inside this browser router. We are imported it as router. So now in here we need to import everything, every component inside it, so that we can create a route in here. But first we need to add some JSX inside our home so that we will not get any errors. So I'm going to write class components, import React from React, and since this is a class component, so we will write class home extends and with React dot component. Okay, so this is the syntax of creating a class inside your React. So in here first it will take constructor, but we are not gonna introduce it right now. We just put a render function in here, and we just return our JSX. So in components of React, especially in class components, we need our render method so that we can render our HTML elements inside our screen, and this particular class component is returning JSX. And first we need to write div here. All of that should be right inside the container, and we will return just this h1 tag for now, and then we'll just export it with default. And okay, so we need to write default export. So now this component is ready to use. So this is your JSX. We can write JavaScript to manipulate something, to manipulate our data with curly braces inside JSX. But for now I'm going to copy this whole and go to your live chat and paste it in here. Just rename it with live chat, rename it as well, and also okay, so I've created one more class component inside our live chat. Copy and go to profile and paste it in here and rename all of that. Okay, and rename this and this as well, profile. Okay, again copy and go to your side panel and paste it in here and just rename it with side panel, side panel, and side panel. Okay, again copy and go inside sign in, paste it in here and rename it with sign in, and again sign in, save, go in here inside sign up, paste it in here and rename it. Okay, and rename it export and h1 tag. Okay, save all of that and close them. Okay, we need to close, save it, save. I haven't saved it before. Okay, now go to app.js and import all of those files from your components folder. So I'm going to import first home. So import home from components and home, and import home.js. Okay, and same the case of other one. Now import live chat from components, live chat, import profile from components, and I'm going to write this from components, profile and profile. Same in the case of side panel. And sign in and sign up. Okay, we have just imported all of our components inside app so that we can create routes between them. And as we can see, we need to go the same path at this dot and / means we need to go the same path in source folder, go to components home and import that files. Okay, now in here we need to introduce Toastify as well, as we have talked about. Okay, so we need Toastify. So we need to give some kind of feedback after accomplishing some tasks. So we need to give props to all of those components that we have created. So in order to install Toastify, we need to go Toastify React, and we can install it with React Toastify npm. Okay, so this will navigate you to this page. Okay, so you can see in here all of those notifications with success info and danger messages. We can install it with npm install -save React Toastify. Go in here, go to terminal. Okay, and go to your project specific folder, go to chat application. Okay, I'm already in my project folder, so you can paste that command in here and enter. So while it's installing, go to some downloads. In this video I've given you some links, so you can go to that links and you can find this folder styles and images. You can extract that file in here. Okay, you can find these two files, images and styles. And images, all of those images that is your project specific are there. Okay, all of the images. And if you go back in here, I've also provided you the styles. Every style for every component is there. You can download it. So copy this, go to your project folder. So this is my project folder. Go to source and go to components and paste it in here. So now you have copied two different files, images and styles, in your project. So I think we have created some empty file for images. Just delete that and replace it with these images that I provided you. Okay, our React Toastify has been installed in here. So if we go inside our package.json, we have React Toastify added in here. Okay, so now we can write our Toastify as well. We can write import, and we can import toast and toast container from React Toastify. Okay, now we have to create our class app extends. Okay, we can write component here, as we have included component separately. If we haven't included, then we can write react.component. So go in here and create your render function. It always takes render function and return. Okay, and just export this, export default app. Okay, so we can create routers that we have created above with React router DOM. we go above, we have created with a router, so we can write in here router. Okay, everything will come inside it. So now in here we need to create one specific function for React Toast to specify whether the incoming message is the danger message, warning, or the success message. So we can create function as React Toast. We can write type and message. This is the argument that this function takes. So we always want to give the arrow function with the newest JavaScript versions. Okay, so in here write switch. Okay, so this switch is specific for JavaScript and this switch is specific, and we have written the wrong spelling. Okay, so this switch is specific for React Router DOM. So in here we can create and we can check the type. If case 0, then toast dot warning message should be shown, and we will give it this message that we are receiving inside arguments. And then write break and case 1 toast dot success message. Okay, so and then we'll always write default, nothing in here, and just break. Okay, we have created the function in which we give it type of the message and messages. So type is always take 0 and 1. If type is 0, then give it warning message, otherwise give it success message, that we are giving it as message argument. So inside router, first we need to create our toast container which is specific for React Toastify, that we have included in here. Okay, so in here we have to pass some attributes. First is auto close. Auto close will be take 2000 millisecond and hide progress bar, and it will take true always. And then position. Okay, the position will always going to be center top. So we'll write toast dot position dot top center. Okay, so this is just for our toast container to give some feedback. So now we need to create switch here. In here we will write route, and this is self-closing. We have to give it. Okay, so first route is our home. So home is always the exact route or landing page path, and the route is /. Okay, we will render our component inside this path. We have to give it a arrow function. So arrow function, we have to give a component home, and inside it we need to pass props. So this is the syntax of passing props. So not this dot props, always take triple dot props. So we need to pass s in here so that this argument will take place here. So in this case we have just props in here. We can pass these props to different locations. Like we need to pass from home to login page and sign up page. So we need just props in here. We do not need toast here. So we can copy this route, paste just underneath in here, replace exact path. We have just one path, which is our home page. Okay, now in here we will write our login. So we can write sign in. We have included our sign page, so we can write in here sign in, and we will call this component sign in so that it could render in here. So in order to pass props, this props is going to be passed inside sign in with this show toast. Okay, so this is always going to be passed with this in here. This dot show toast, this is the function that we are calling in here. Okay, so we will pass this whole function to every component, just like we have talked about in here. We are going to pass this function to every component. Okay, so I haven't talked about why I'm using curly braces, because this is JSX, and in order to write JavaScript inside JSX, we need to add curly braces in here. Okay, so we can copy again and paste just underneath in here and rename it with SignUp and call this SignUp in here. Okay, copy again and paste in here for profile. We just rename the profile path and rename profile path in here. Okay, we do not need to write live chat and side panel separately, because side panel inside our application and live chat is denoting on one path. Okay, so we just need to write side panel and we'll pass props to live chat from this side panel. So we do need to remove this live chat from here. Live chat and side panel is same in one route, so we'll paste that route in here and rename it with chat, and we will calling side panel. Okay, so that's it. Okay, oops, I'm making one mistake. I have to write this route inside switch. Okay, now I need to remove this blank spaces. Okay, we have completed our routes. So in order to run our application, we need to go to index.js, and there we have imported the report web vitals. So in the newest versions, React has imported and used report web vitals inside the application. So we can't remove that in here. So we have removed our report web vitals inside source folder. In the previous parts, we have removed each and everything that was default in there. So we should not have removed that files in here. So what now, we have to create one file inside source and rename it with report web vitals.js. So in here we need to write this code. I'm going to provide the styles and the images and this file as well, so that we can copy that code in here. If you want to write from here, then you can write. So these are the web vitals. So web vitals are a library, a teeny modular library for measuring all the web vital matrices on the real users in a way that accurately matches how they are measured with Chrome and reported to other Google tools like Chrome User Experience Report, Page Speed Insights, Search Consoles, Speed Report, so all of that. So we need to add this in here. So just copy it inside your source folder, this file. So now in index.js, we are including report web vitals from the same path inside source, and we are passing function this report web vitals in here. So save this and remove this now in here. Okay, so we have written our app.js. Just go to your terminal and start your application. So as you can see that without using some Babel React Webpack tools inside our React application eventually get slowed down. So it's always better to use Webpack in your application that is going to be minified your code inside one file, and it will surprisingly improve your application's performance. So this is the beginners level or intermediate level course. So we want to add some specific things that is very special to our application. So I've added some Webpack and Babel, all of those tough tools of React inside my course, which is our React e-commerce. If you want to get some advanced level concept in React, then you can go to that specific project, which is a React and Redux e-commerce store. So our application has been compiled successfully. Go in here and we have got an error in here. Okay, this error is occurred, and this error usually occurred when you have some import and export issues inside our application. So I think I haven't saved this app.js, so go back in here. Now we have got our home page. So if you got this error, then go and save this file and be sure you are typing everything same and you're creating class component correctly. So go in here. Now we are on exact path because in app.js we have given it that I should receive the exact path on this screen and should render this home screen, and we are rendering this home. Okay, we can write this as home component, save this and go back. So this is home component. Okay, so if you go in here and we can write route profile, then you can go to the profile, and if I write site or if I write chat prop. So if you go back in here or in app.js, we are passing props to every component. So we want to receive props in here. So props always take from constructor. So in the next videos, we will be editing our home and we will receive props in here and we'll pass props to the sign up and sign in component. So let's have a quick break in here.